Hello, Facebook Live. This is Set Free from the Trap Ministry Podcast. I'm sharing biblical truth, sharing Jesus' truth. I'm over here to share man's blueprint. Man has a blueprint how to live for himself. Man thinks that his blueprint is better than Jesus. Living for self. Man's blueprint. When he says, this is my life or our life. Man's blueprint. Man's blueprint is very selfish. Man's blueprint for life leads to death. Man's blueprint. Man's blueprint. There is a way, there is a way of life that looks harmless enough. It lead straight, it leads straight to hell. Surely people appear to be having a good time. All the laughter will end in heartbreak. Man and woman think that their ways are better than God's ways. Man's blueprint for life leads to death. Living for self and following your own blueprint. If you were building a house and you try to follow your own blueprint, the house would never get built. And that's what's going on today. Nobody wants to follow Jesus' blueprint for real life. They want to follow their own blueprint. If you're trying to build a house and you're building a house from what you think and your opinion, that's how we get in trouble. See, when you have a relationship with Christ, you got to let go of your opinion. You got to let go of that. You got to let go of your personal opinion and what you think. Following, because man think his way is better. That's why man come up with my personal opinion. There is a way of life that looks harmless enough. It looks harmless enough. It leads straight to hell. Surely people appear to be having a good time. All the laughter will end in heartbreak. Man coming up with his own opinion of what he think, that's dangerous. That is dangerous. It looks right. Man think his ways are better than Jesus' ways. And Jesus Christ's ways are way better than man's. But man think he's smarter than Jesus. And woman. Man and woman think they smarter than Jesus Christ. Man and woman are so caught up in their opinion and what they think, but not what Jesus thinks. So man's blueprint for life leads to death. What man thinks about life. He don't want to go by what Jesus says. He don't want to go by what Jesus say. So that's why man and woman can't hear from Jesus, because they're following their own blueprint. They don't want to follow God's blueprint. They don't want to follow Jesus' blueprint. They don't want to follow Jesus Christ's blueprint. They don't want to follow his blueprint, what he say about life. They want to go by their opinions and what they think. So once again, there's a way of life. It looks harmless. Their opinions and what they think, it looks harmless. Man and woman ways look harmless. Again, it leads straight to hell. Surely people appear to be having a good time. All the laughter will end in heartbreak. Some people think that they are doing what is right, but in the end, it leads to death. There is a way that seems right upon a man, but therefore it seeks the way of death. Man, Jesus Christ is speaking this a lot. So I tried to follow my own blueprint. It didn't work. Following the ways of the world, what I thought was right, it was wrong. He's right. So I'm praying for all the people in this world who are following their own blueprint, but they don't want to follow God's blueprint. Men and women who are refusing. If you was building me a house, I wouldn't want you to build me a house, because you're following your own blueprint. When you follow your own blueprint, the house ain't gonna get built. I wouldn't want nobody in this world to be building me a house and building a house, okay? And they're going by their own blueprint. They don't want to look at the blueprints for the house. Okay? So when we don't follow God's blueprint, We think we know where we're going. We think it's our lives, but once again, Proverbs 14:12. There is a way of life that looks harmless. It looks harmless to follow your opinion and what you think. It looks harmless. But again, it leads straight. It leads, it said again, there's a way of life that looks harmless. It leads straight to hell. Surely people appear to be having a good time. All the laughter will end in heartbreak. Following man's ways and your ways, it leads to heartbreak. I'm praying that God's goodness and kindness and love would lead people to repentance. They would let God change their thinking. This is Set Free from the Trap Ministry podcast sharing biblical truth. Bye bye.